my friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a collective reading for the solar eclipse, new moon in Sagittarius. Solar eclipse happened very early this morning on December the 4th here in the Northern Hemisphere. And depending on where you are in the world, it may have happened on December the 3rd. So let's get started. We're going to pull an oracle card to look at the end of the reading. And then we're just going to dive right in to see what are the energies and sort of the messages that will be most helpful for us as we are sort of going to be interacting with that solar eclipse energy. Very much an energy that allows us to sort of break away from patterns that are no longer serving us, bringing resolution to existing patterns that are requiring, closure. It really feels like sort of wrapping things up because the intensity of next year is already starting to ramp up, and I think it's something that we can all feel sort of trickling in now. Okay, so to begin, let's set the tone for our reading. What are the guiding messages here and the major themes we can expect from that solar eclipse, closing out our eclipses for 2021? I'm going to take that one too. Okay, let's see here. So we received Moon Goddess. I am in harmonious flow with the moon's energy and all phases of life. So we're getting into flow with the energies above. We are in the new moon in Sagittarius currently. We also received here Flames of Wisdom. I am open to all of life's wisdom and share it with gratitude. So I feel like we're going to be moving into the expressive phase of our sort of process here. We also received the air element card. I embrace the element of air and I am open to knowledge and wisdom. Again, being open to knowledge and wisdom. I feel like that really reflects that we're coming into some information here. I feel like people are going to start connecting the dots, a lot of light bulbs going off, a lot of aha moments. Bottom of the deck is the present. I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. Absolutely. Wow, isn't that interesting? We've got air element, we've got the Flames of Wisdom, Moon Goddess, and the present. So, it is really a time of connecting with the now and allowing things to flow in a way that, where there's trust in that inner wisdom that we all have, that that inner guidance system, your own personal GPS, but one that's rooted in the source, not in a satellite floating up above, but it's connected to what binds us all to each other. So let's keep reading here. This is very exciting. I'm sort of feeling a lot of interesting feelings right now as we're diving in here. Now, what are the guiding messages here? What can we expect to experience in the way of what are we being opened up to? What is this wisdom and sort of inner knowledge guiding us towards? Okay, we've got those two cards float up right up the beginning here. And let's have a look here. Spiritual decree, the power of the divine masculine, and then look what's on the bottom of the deck here, the wisdom of the divine feminine. So we've got the power of the divine masculine and the wisdom of the divine feminine. Very interesting, you guys. This is really a time of expansion, and with that we see spiritual decree. So I really feel like there is going to be this sharing of knowledge, like it says here in this oracle card, that you will share it with gratitude, and that it's almost like it's your promise, it's your decree, it's what you're stepping into what you are here to do, my friends. And so if this is resonating for you and you found your way to this reading, then I feel like you're going to be really interacting strongly with the feminine and the masculine energies, maybe really understanding how your expression, your unique expression, serves as guidance for others. As you express your inner knowledge and your inner wisdom, how will that impact the collective? And I feel like this solar eclipse is really bringing us into that space of understanding the illusion of separation as an illusion, and bringing in a lot of connective energies. It's just such an expansive time. This card makes me think that there's sort of this phase of you understanding your divine birthright, and this idea of understanding who you really are. You know what I mean? And really stepping into that empowerment and decreeing it. It's time to speak your truth and to be authentic. And I feel like it's like we're buttoning up chapters, we're shutting down, we're bringing closure to anything that limits our authentic expression, right? Anything that limits the authentic expression seems to be, it's just wrapping up, right? We're wrapping that up. And we're receiving that empowerment here through this, the wisdom of the divine feminine really brings in this idea here where you really are envisioning things in your life quite differently than you may have experienced them up until this point. And the wisdom of the divine feminine really is what's empowering the vision to grow and the dreams to take shape, so that the life purpose in the spiritual decree has a chance to sort of take form. This is a time of really having extraordinary dreams as your reality, if you're willing to go after what you desire, to sort of become what you're seeking. This is an embodiment of what you desire, to truly embody it, to make it come into being. It's a beautiful message. And you received both the feminine and the masculine, so card 9 and card 10, in a very well shuffled deck. And this is also empowering you. This masculine energy is also empowering you to get you to express yourself. There is a freedom that you experience with this divine masculine, a freedom from confusion, a freedom from feeling stagnant, a freedom from being sort of in paralysis, so that you can break through into your new life and feel inspired and energized, and have this ability to focus on your dreams and desires with actionable sort of steps here, where you really believe your success is inevitable. And it's a time where you say no to your fears and patterns that no longer serve you, and beliefs that are limiting. This divine masculine energy exists within us all, and it's really growing inside of us as a collective right now, as is the divine feminine in balance, so that we can all speak our truth. The reason we're here, our spiritual decree, the life path, the life purpose, the authentic self expressing itself. And with that wisdom and knowledge that we saw in the first layer of cards here, really, really beautiful messages here for the collective. Let's jump into the tarot cards. Okay. Now, I'm just going to move this here. What are the messages here for the collective that will aid in understanding this timeline that we're all on here together as a collective right now? What is the present most important message here for the collective? Woo! Here's the card. We got the Hanged Man. So really being present in that divine timing. Really being present in the divine timing. We see the moon behind on the bottom of the deck here to remind us that not everything is as it seems, and we must dive deeper into that inner knowledge, that inner wisdom, and then share it, and acknowledging the timing of all of this, that this is divinely timed, and that anything that needs to go, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time to release anything that leaves you feeling inflexible, or like that you're assessing your limits, you're fearful, your judgments of yourself, these previous perceptions I have to go. It's time, you guys. This is the energy to be surrendering it to. And seeing that moon card on the bottom of the deck really just brings in that idea of embracing the unknown and using that inner wisdom, as mysterious as it may be. Now, what is the obstacle here for the collective? What is the obstacles? What are the obstacles as they go through this process? The Tower. Well, it's accepting and not resisting. So the challenge is going to come in the form of being open and allowing. We've been seeing messages of allowance and being receptive and open for the whole year. And bottom of the deck now is the Ten of Pentacles, which is, to me, a time, yes, where you have found security, but it's the end of a cycle. It's a 10. So we're about to start a new cycle. So security, I find, is going to be redefined when I see the Tower with the Ten of Pentacles. That says to me, wave bye-bye to your comfort zone, my friends, and sort of embracing a new start where you're starting on a very solid footing, perhaps, but it's time for that footing to shift. Not everything is meant to stay. You are meant to evolve, you know, changing and evolving and growing is kind of the point, right? Now, what is top of mind here? What is top of mind for the collective? We see the Fool card. Wow, very beautiful. So top of mind for the collective is this idea that we are starting something that requires a leap of faith, that we're not going to see the stairway ahead of us so that it's very easy to walk. No, the stairway, excuse me, is going to manifest as we need it to, as we take that step off the mountain. Then there will be ground beneath our feet, but only then. And see this beautiful imagery here, just allowing, you know, things to fall into place, quite literally fall into place, instead of feeling the need to force things into place by pushing and pulling and controlling the process overly, but just being authentic and seeing where that takes you. Very, very interesting. Okay, so what is driving all of this? What is driving all of this new energy and this sense of waiting that we feel in the Hangman? You know, you might be feeling like you're waiting for something, and what you're waiting for is that big energy in the Tower and this Fool, new beginning. And then we also see the Star card is what's driving your reading. So you are rising, my friends. We are ascending truly, you know, and it's really a time when dreams are going to come true, as we saw here in the power of the Divine Masculine and the wisdom of the Divine Feminine with the Spiritual Decree, and all of these cards speaking of inner wisdom and fully experiencing every moment in the present, you know, and being in flow with the energies of the phases of our lives and embracing that inner wisdom and then sharing it with gratitude. And I feel like this Star card is driving this reading to say that we are starting collectively, we are starting anew. And it's time to envision our best desires and our best dreams, you know. And I say best in the sense of this is a time to not hold back. This is a time to be completely open to envisioning your dreams coming true. Wow, beautiful, beautiful messages coming through for my listeners. Now, what is the inner dialogue here as we move forward towards action? What is the required or advised inner dialogue here for this spread? Is healing, Six of Swords. Getting distance from self-limiting beliefs, yes. Clearing out that mental space to make room for a whole new set of beliefs about the self and about the world and about others and about separation and about everything. So clearing it out, getting mental distance from these things and healing them. Six of Swords, absolutely. That is an advisable inner dialogue as you are going through this. You know, the guidance is get clear on the present you. Don't think about the past you. Get distance from anything that is no longer relevant or serving you. Whatever the Tower comes in here to release, allow it to go. Any other inner dialogue guidance here? The world. Wow. So when you see that, that is, again, confirmation you're closing out cycles. It's time to bring closure to things. It's time to button things up. It's time to realize things are closing and allow and be receptive. Go with the flow. Let things fall into place as you envision your ultimate spiritual decree, and then share it, speak it, be authentic. This is a new beginning, folks. This is a brand new start here. The world, a cycle has completed. You've got the Fool and the World here. You're starting a new cycle as one finishes up. You know, top of mind and inner dialogue here. You are starting a new cycle as one finishes up. Beautiful messages, beautiful messages. So grateful to receive these messages. Now, what are the obstacles? Let's go back here. What are the obstacles? Ace of Pentacles. So this new start is going to be from square one. I feel like we're, taking this authentic step forward there's an auspicious new beginning here, but it is square one. So asking what are the obstacles? The obstacles could be this idea of allowing this seed to take root, allowing this new energy to grab hold, being willing to release the fears of starting over again, right? Being willing to get excited about starting again and to close out something that you needed to get some distance from because it may not have been serving. Very interesting. We see the Lovers on the bottom of the deck, which I can't ignore. And then behind that, the Wheel of Fortune with the 10 of Cups. So you guys, I really think that the road ahead is going to involve really tapping into the self, being in balance, feminine and the masculine energies that dwell within us all, tapping into that inner sense of guidance and wisdom, being grateful for it, and really being connected into that present moment, because I feel like we're making choices about how vulnerable to be, and about, this is the Wheel. We got the World before. Now we're seeing the Wheel of Fortune. So really a fortuitous shift into a new cycle that will be authentic. And I feel like it will bring in a lot of emotional sort of content, happiness. It's going to feel good to be authentic. Speak your truth, and the external world's reaction isn't yours to worry about or to put too much emphasis on. You just worry about speaking your truth and tapping into yourself and to that inner knowledge. Wow. Oh, we have one more card. I was going to leave it at there. This is the card we pulled at the beginning of the reading. And let's look at the message. It says lineage. Reconnect with family. Honor your physical and spiritual ancestry. The past, present, and future are healing simultaneously. Visit your roots. So I feel like by really being authentic here, you are healing lines of ancestry wounds that, it's like it ends with you. It ends with you. And that seems to be the theme of this year, is that we are cutting cords to anything that needs to be released so that we can heal. And the past, present, and future are healing simultaneously with you. Wow, I feel like, it's just an amazing feeling to think that you're healing ancestral lines of wounds in this lifetime. I'm going to leave it at that, my friends. If this has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, you can find my email in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. We'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends.